Okay, so let's say I bring my calculator up and we're going to take a look at this here. I can go to my y equals menu. And what I can actually do is go ahead and type this formula in. I know that one of my variables is x. That can represent my width. Okay, I'm going to add that to my length. Now notice our length becomes our area over our width. Okay, so if we take a really quick look at this, what we're really expressing here is our width as well as our length. Okay, so when we get done this problem, once we say, okay, x equals some number, that'll tell me my width, and what I'll have to do is plug that in to this, and I'll get a number, and that number would represent my length. So as we see, this is going to work out really, really nicely. So once I have this formula entered in my calculator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my graph. What I'm going to notice is with our standard window, we're not seeing this graph. So what I need to do is make some adjustments. And there's a lot of reasons why I'm going to make these adjustments. Okay, so if we run down the window, we need to understand that length, or width, is what we're referring to as our x variable. That's not going to be negative. I'm going to start at 0. Understand that our width is not going to be 0, but I also know that it's not going to be negative. 0 is a good starting point. Let's say that I could go to 50. Okay? And what I'd like to do is go by, if I have a big number, say I'm jumping from 0 to 50, I don't want to go by ones. What I probably want to do is maybe go by 5s or by 10s. In this case, I'm going to go by 5s. That'll give me a nice even 10 spaces. Now, understand in this formula, our y value is our perimeter. Perimeter, just like width or length, cannot be negative. So I'm going to eliminate that negative. I'm going to start at 0. Let's say I want to jump up to 100. Well, actually, our problem deals with a perimeter of 200. So let's go ahead and put in 200. Now what I'll do is, this is a very big jump from 0 to 200, so what I want to do is not go by 1s, but let's say that I go by 20s. Okay, that's not going to be too bad. When I go to my graph, what I need to definitely understand is this. Very important to label your graph to give yourself a set of reference points. Our x-axis represents our width. Okay? So anytime I get an x value, that value is telling me width. Now over here on my y-axis, you need to understand that what I'm talking about is perimeter. So when I say I plotted a point right here, that point would give me an x and a y value. The x value would be my width, and the y value would be the perimeter using that width. Okay, and that's very, very important.